How can we find greater levels of happiness, love, meaning, joy, and purpose in our life? Many attempt to search for answers to these questions outside of themselves, finding someone that will love them completely, a new job, moving to a new location, a new relationship, buying something new. And in fact, what we find is a temporary relief from our pain, our unhappiness, until the novelty of the new thing wears off, and we once again find ourselves alone once again. The pain returns. Unable to find a cure, we may turn to one of the many addictions to mask our pain. And for some, the pain is too much, and they may even contemplate taking their own life. I know these feelings. For much of my life, I struggled with this pain until I decided to stop looking forward for the answer and started looking in the rearview mirror to help me understand what got me here, what was wrong. This, frankly, is no easy task, but ended up to be the most meaningful journey I took in my life. The discovery of who I was, why I was the way I was, and what I needed to do to change to become the person I wanted to be. Unhappiness has a huge cost. Many of us go through experiences in life that result in developing layers around us that keep us from experiencing true love, happiness, success, magnificence, purpose, meaningful relationships, and greatness. These are the ingredients that make life so meaningful and fulfilling. So why do they seem to be so elusive, so far away? These layers are primarily the result of unhealthy beliefs we formed during traumatic or painful times in our past. These beliefs were stored deep in our subconscious, stuffed away and forgotten. However, as much as we try to hide these experiences or deny their existence, they have a direct impact, a cause and effect type relationship on our behaviors and what we perceive life to be like. They're the filters that cover and mask our eyes, tainting our views to only reaffirm our unhealthy beliefs about ourselves, about others, and of life itself. Unhealthy beliefs become unhealthy patterns or behaviors that produce negative consequences and effects, which only then serve to reaffirm our unhealthy beliefs. It's the negative self-fulfilling prophecy. For example, I formed a belief that I was unworthy, that I would never amount to anything. This played out in my relationships where this translated into not being good enough or lovable. So I had to hold on tight to anyone that risked loving me. This created codependent relationships where I became dependent on others to love me since I was unable to love myself. I became jealous, needy, and angry, which only served to push and drive others away, reaffirming my belief that indeed I was unworthy of being loved. So how do we discover these unhealthy beliefs? Well, the first part begins with the realization that we are indeed unhappy. And even though we may not know why, we still pursue this. We may feel lost, angry, confused, sad, with a growing sense of despair. We recognize at some level patterns emerging. For example, our continued struggle in relationships. And mostly we grow tired of feeling this way. This is the first step, dissatisfaction with your current state. When this is combined with a true willingness to change, you open the door to personal growth and self-discovery. Okay, so now you are ready to understand what's going on. What next? Part 2 in my book speaks to the various methods one can use to take that challenging look within. These are what I refer to as tools for self-discovery. There are many tools that are readily available to begin your journey. I would always suggest to start with a professional wherever possible to help provide a structure for you, particularly if you are feeling high levels of fear, pain, unhappiness, and despair. Part 1 of my book is my own personal story and how I use these tools to initially stabilize myself and recover, healing the pain that was a result of my past. Inspired to learn more, I continued to use these tools for more self-discovery, to learn more about myself, my dreams, aspirations, personality types, strengths, and other areas I wanted to change and improve. Ultimately, this journey became a spiritual quest to discover the meaning of life and how I fit in. The outcome of this journey was to discover Michael, discover me, understanding my life in a whole new perspective. It was about coming to a better and healthier place where I could continue with my life and find greater levels of happiness, meaning, and fulfillment. This is why I'm so much an advocate of personal growth, so passionate about this subject. I know firsthand the difference it made in my life. Realizing how much pain and struggle is out there and the impact that this can have has inspired me to share my story with the intention of motivating and guiding others on their own personal journey, ultimately to come to discover you.